Good evening. Yes, hopefully I won't go into labor while we're on this phone call. It's become a running joke because I was put on bed rest at 36 weeks because we were progressing too quickly. And now I'm like, now we're just kind of hanging out and we're nice and cozy. So anytime we go anywhere, they're like, are you going to go into labor today? Like we know our Chick-fil-A crew really, really well. And we were in there yesterday and she said, or Saturday, we've never had anybody go into labor in the restaurant. And I'm like, don't jinx me. But I'm just going to take 5 to 10 minutes just to share some things that are happening at corporate that are really, really exciting for 2017. And I know a lot of you will hear more about this at convention if you get to attend. I think most of you are registered. But we had a recent Jewel call, which they're random. We never know when we're going to get to hear from the executive team, but we'll get an email and it'll say, you know, a recorded Jewel call will be released within the hour. And so we'll get a link with the recording and it'll be our executives, either 2 of them or all 6 of them, sharing little tidbits of what they're working on at corporate, which just kind of helps with morale and motivation and just kind of encourages us to know that they're hearing us, they're working for us, and they're advocating for our businesses. Well, Sarah Beauregard is our VP of Sales, and she's incredible. She's absolutely incredible. And when she was announced at convention last year, we hadn't really seen much from her. She'd be on the team a few months, but now that she's approaching her 1-year anniversary, it's amazing to see the transformation that is happening with our sales force. But one thing that she introduced this year are business coaches. I don't know if you've seen some of that from Jules posting on their personal statuses about, I just got off the phone with my business coach. Well, they divided us into regions and they assigned a trained network marketing business coach to a region of Jules. So each coach has anywhere between 30 to 50 Jules that they coach on a regular basis regarding their business. And so I just had my first coaching session. It was in January, and I was blown away. Number one, that they would invest in us like this. I'm sure they are not cheap, but that they see it as an important part of developing their leaders. And so it was amazing to get connected with Crystal. She is an unbelievable business-minded woman. She was able to go into my back office and she's analyzed reports for me. She told me things I should be looking for. We scheduled our second coaching call for last week, and she was able to tell me some things that I needed to work on and some things that I could do with my team to improve in the next quarter. So it's an amazing tool and gift. I mean, what a gift for corporate to recognize that they need to be investing in their leaders by providing business coaches. So I just thought that was amazing and something that I wanted to share with y'all to just let you know that Plexus, our executive team, is recognizing the need to continue to develop and offer the best of the best to their ambassadors. Also on the Jewel call, they talked a lot about the network marketing industry. I had no idea that the Network Marketing or the Direct Sales Association celebrated their 100th anniversary in 2016. I had no idea direct sales had been around for that long. I mean, that's incredible. And that just shows that it's a tried and true way to do business. And so they kind of gave us some statistics about Plexus and just kind of really built my belief more. And there's no better company than who we're with. There's not. I think we're kind of been inundated with a lot of business opportunities right now because social media is such a strong way to reach friends and to reach your market. I know here in Little Rock, Limelight Natural Makeup just seems like it's exploding. Plunder Jewelry, Usborne Book. I mean, I could name 5 or 6 of people I know have joined companies lately in the past 60 days. So I think it's incredible that people are recognizing that network marketing is working. I think skepticism is no longer what it used to be. But there's a reason that Plexus, I still believe, is the best company to be with. And some things they shared on the call was, if a network marketing professional, there's all these gurus and motivational speakers and authors that when they look at a company, they're looking for 3 to 4 things that clue them in on, is this going to be around? Is this going to be a legacy company? Is this going to be a company that has the longevity in the industry, like the Avon and the Herbalife, those that have been around for 50 and 60 and 70 years, because direct marketing companies come and go all the time. And some things they mentioned that I thought were really interesting, and I think what really sets Plexus apart from these others popping up, is that all of those that have been legacy companies, and that's like, 25 years or more, they have a monthly consumable product. Okay, now makeup is consumable, a candle is consumable, you're going to burn it, you'll need to replace it, but it is not a monthly consumable product. So Plexus, all of our products are packaged in 30-day or less increments, which means we are going to have that returning customer and that returning wholesaler over and over and over. Most of those popping up now don't. I mean, we're seeing people have success, but will their success be residual income for 5 to 10 years down the road? So these gurus look for, does it have a monthly consumable product? So you'll have that returning sale monthly. They also said that they look for, do at least 40% of the sales, the total profit sales of the company, come from a customer base? Or is it coming from their ambassadors or their wholesalers or their presenters? Saying that really 40 to, if not half, 40 to 50% of those ordering the product need to be from customers. That's showing that there's a real need in the market. It's not just a bunch of people getting wholesale prices or getting their products at a cheaper rate. And Plexus, they put out usually once a year, sometimes it's with our annual income statement, they'll put out the ratio of customer to ambassador orders. And we've always hit that mark. And I think that's why they continue to provide incentives for us to gain new customers. They're rewarding us for customers with the contest and with the incentives and with the Blitz Cash. I mean, it always includes building a customer base, because they recognize, to be a legacy company, we've got to maintain that margin. We've got to maintain that 40 to 50% of our total profit sales need to be from customers. So I thought that was really insightful. And then the last one that I thought was really great, which we have all talked about for a couple of years, is the ground floor opportunity. And y'all, we're still there. We're still there. I know most of us have, I'm in April, I'll be approaching my 3rd year anniversary, which is crazy to me. So I've seen Plexus really kind of evolve and change and get better, honestly. But for them to say, for our executives to say, we're still a ground floor opportunity, that our active ambassadorship, those that are getting their 100 PV or more, or those business builders, I mean, we're still way below the 500,000 ambassador mark, which is just unreal considering the population of the U.S. Not to mention the state of California still only has 3 jewels. 3, that's it. So, I mean, I just got off that call, just my excitement was just reignited. Also because I've really been reading a lot about, well, I've always maintained some health and wellness knowledge, but I've really been reading a lot about pregnancy and utero and the mother's health and the baby's health, and have just really been fascinated with our products and our ingredients. And we all know that they're cutting edge and they're changing lives. But the health and wellness industry is a $400 billion industry. $400 billion industry. It's insane. And I'm sure it will just continue to rise. So to be involved with a company that is setting us up to be a legacy company, but is also continuing to develop products and redevelop products so they're hitting that place in the market where we need to be. I shared with some of y'all today on our thread that they've created a focus group. Plexus Corporate's created a focus group that includes some Jewel ambassadors, some diamonds, and some that are licensed health coaches, that they're going to put together marketing materials as well as really kind of revamp our website and the information it's provided to show the sourcing of our ingredients, the integrity of our ingredients, where they come from, that it's grass-fed whey and our P96. And this is a big deal that they're such high quality ingredients, and for them to provide us with the tools so we'll then have the confidence to share that information with our market, it will just continue to set us apart. So I'm excited to see that coming ahead, which Angela reminded me of our catalogs. I don't know if all of you have seen them, but they have that third party validation at the bottom. So we've seen that come just in the past year. So I think the credibility in the health and wellness industry and in the medical industry that we need will just continue to be provided. So I hope that you are excited about that as well. But also one thing that I, in closing, want to just share, I think often we share passionately and without any fear about our products, because we're using them, we're loving them, we're seeing a life change, they've affected our families, or we may know someone we personally love and care for have an amazing victory in their life. But one thing I've realized too is that passion and confidence needs to be shared just as much about the business, and how often I have lost that a little bit in the past probably 6 to 8 months. I'm not sharing as openly or approaching friends as boldly about the business. But I read an article in U.S. News Report, national credited publication, that it was in last month's issue, that 6.8 million people are looking for a change. They're looking for an opportunity. They're looking for a job change. They're looking for financial relief, I guess. And that is because there's no longer job security. I know that, my husband's 401k, his company's no longer contributing to, just because they can't. So, that's happened, that's touched our family just in the past year. So of the 6.8 million people looking for an opportunity, it's because job security is now in jeopardy. They may love their job, but they need more money. They might just hate their job in general. There's no recognition, like they get a turkey at Christmas or they get a t-shirt, so there's no recognition or pat on the back for a good job. If they stop working, they stop earning, so if there's something catastrophic that happens in their life or in their family, if they stop working or go beyond that 2-week vacation time, then they stop earning. They're stressed, there's no life-work balance. And a lot are working beyond the required 40 hours just because companies are cutting back. They're downsizing still, which I was kind of surprised to hear about, because we heard about that 10 years ago, and here we are again. So it just really reminded me that people are still looking for a way to make ends meet, or a way to create additional financial freedom in their life. And there's no more amazing way to do that than through direct sales, where you can do something part-time alongside your family, and it morph into your plan B. And we see those stories all the time. But I just want to remind you all to don't forget that. Just as much as people are laying awake, stressed about their health or worried about their weight, there are probably 5 times as many people stressed about paying their bills or living paycheck to paycheck. And make a list of those people that you know in your life could use some relief. Those that are drowning in student loan debt, or the tired mama who just wants to stay home, or the nurse who works extra shifts, or the dad who's working a part-time job. I mean, think about the people in your life that you personally know who are working extra, or they're just flat out stressed about finances. Because our opportunity is powerful. It's really, really powerful. And watching a Diamond documentary that shows 65 different types of people from all different walks of life and all different backgrounds and educations, reminds us of the power of our opportunity. And we're still ground floor, which is exciting. It's so, so exciting. But that's just a little bit of what I wanted to share today, just to remind you of our opportunity to be excited about 2017. Plexus is making a comeback. I mean, they are investing millions of dollars with our new technology software, with the medical data, with the business coaching and leadership training. I mean, they are investing a lot in us to set us up as that legacy company that I know we will be.
Yay! Thank you, Catherine, for just taking the time to share with us. I know I was able to write down lots of good nuggets of information and just some exciting things that are happening, which is awesome. I want to take about the next 10 minutes with you guys and just kind of go over a couple of contests, as well as a couple of exciting things that are happening here this month on our team. So starting this coming Sunday, February 12th, we are going to be starting an IPA challenge. A couple of us did this together last spring, and I know it really helped build momentum on each of our individual teams. So we're going to do it again this month. So starting on Sunday, February 12th, we're going to start an IPA challenge. So for those of you that are not quite sure what an IPA challenge is, and you're like, Karen, what are you talking about? Let me kind of go over that with you guys. So IPA stands for income producing activities. So an income producing activity is anything from reaching out to a customer, to reaching out to somebody you think might be interested in the product, to following up to somebody you may have sent a sample packet to watching a video about a product and learning some medical history about it, to watching a training video, to reading a chapter in one of our books that we've recommended to you guys. There's a plethora of different things that could happen for IPA, and what we're going to do for our challenge is the following. So get your pens and pencils ready. So in order to be involved in our IPA challenge, you need to do the following and commit to the following. You need to, I have to turn my paper over. You have to have 2 contacts a day. So that means you need to reach out to somebody new. You need to follow up with somebody. You need to just make some sort of contact with 2 different people every day. Okay? It can look like a phone call. It can look like a text message. It can look like a Facebook message. It can look like an email. Any of those above count, but you have to have 2 contacts per day. Okay? The next thing is you need to post at least once a day about Plexus. It can be anything from just had my pink drink, I'm off for the day, powered by Plexus. It can be a great, post about your taking your X Factor. I mean, it can be anything at all. It just has to be a Plexus-related post. And the more different and unique and more tuned that you make it for you and your family, the more likes and comments you're going to get on that post versus just cutting and pasting, okay? And the last thing you need to do every day is commit to either watching a video or reading a chapter in a book. You can watch a training video. You can watch a Diamond documentary. You can watch a video about a certain product. It just has to be watching a video and doing some sort of self-development or reading a chapter in a book, okay? So you have to do all 3 of those things every single day, okay? Except for Fridays. Fridays is where you get a little bit of a break, but not really, because it's going to be called Follow Up Friday. So that means Friday is the day you're going to follow up with any loose ends that you have. So throughout the week, just make an ongoing list of people you need to follow up with, people who may have liked your comment, people who may have sent you a message and you sent them and they didn't respond back to your message. That's the time to follow up, okay? So it's called Follow Up Fridays, okay? We're going to do this IPA challenge for 2 weeks. So it starts this Sunday and it's going to end on Saturday the 25th. What I want you to do is I want you to really think about if you can commit to this challenge. And if you can, I want you to send me a private message or send your sponsor a private message and we will add you to the thread, okay? I'm not going to add people unless they are fully committed to this challenge. I would love for you all to do it. And I really encourage you to share this with your downlines. Tell them about this challenge. It's a great opportunity for any ambassador on any level. I mean, it really is. It can be an ambassador who started last week to an ambassador who's been on your team from day one. It's a great, great challenge for anybody. Here's the catch. You have one pass day. So let's say at the end of every day when you've done your challenge, you have to send the whole group a message that says done. That's all you have to do is say done, done, done. You have one pass day. So if you just have a crazy day at work, or you have the stomach virus and your head's in the toilet, or you have a baby, you have a pass day. But if there's 2 days that go on during the challenge where you don't say done and you're not able to finish this, I will sadly remove you from the group. Okay? Everybody that completes the challenge, you're going to put in a drawing for 2 really fun prizes. And let me just tell you, the prizes include something that have hashtag BossBabe on it, okay? So just get excited. They're awesome prizes, and your name will be put in the drawing for those 2 prizes if you complete this challenge, okay? Any questions about the IPA challenge? No? Okay. Are y'all excited?
Yes, but I have a question for Catherine. Okay, Catherine. I know Denise has one of these people, and I know Carrie has one of these people, and I may have one. How do we handle these people who constantly order $64 a month or $89.95 a month? How do we get them to understand that if they order 100 PV, they're commission qualified? How do we get it through their brains?
Well, I may be the bearer of bad news.
Okay.
This is a report that Crystal pulled for me. Actually, now my team is much larger, so the percentage is most likely the same. But we call these low-laying fruits because it shows you that they're committed to product and they're taking product, but they're just below that 100 PV, so they're not giving you PV commission and they're not giving you pay points. So they're just worthless, really.
They're just a pain in our booty.
Yes. So she ran this report for me, and on my Emerald team, I just wanted to see 50 PV to 99 PV, like how many points did I miss in December from this group? And the amount of points was like well into the 300 range. I mean, so many people. I think this is where you just kind of have to learn from it and move forward. Because you can introduce them to a new product. You can incentivize them and say, I'll pay, for this month, your shipping is rebated if you order 100 PV or more. But most of the time, these are the type that have 1 or 2 products that they like, and that's what they'll continually order. You can either say, I'd love to introduce you to X Factor. This is why I take it, and give them some information. We have all these amazing shareables in our back office. Or, I just read this about our block. I thought it might be an amazing addition to your order. So you're just providing them with a little bit of info in hopes that they may try something new. And they might not ever. And so I think the way we learn from it is to really kind of validate our new enrollees. You know, a lot of people want the cheapest price, but they would be better served as a customer than they would as an ambassador. So if they're not going to order more than the triplex, I typically don't offer them the wholesale pricing. Because if they're going to order the triplex and block and X Factor, or the triplex and X Factor and Mega X, I mean, wholesale will be really advantageous for them, and you most likely will receive their 100 PV at least multiple months in a row. But if it's only the triplex, I typically do not even tell them about wholesale, because that's just a 109 order. And if they decide, you know, BioCleanse is taking me 2 or 3 months to consume, I mean, you're not going to reap any benefit from their business consistently. So you just really kind of have to decide up front what their health needs are, what products would best meet their need, and then what type of pricing you offer them. And then that has helped somewhat for me.
Is it a no-no if we ask them to resign as an ambassador and sign them up as a preferred customer?
No. Mm-mm. Not at all.
Because they're not benefiting in either way. So, you know,
especially if their $34.95 is coming up. You know, I mean, you can look and see when their anniversary is, and you know, even like 60 days out from their anniversary, you can say your $34.95 is doing 60 days. I know you are just ordering the Slim. It would be more advantageous for you to just transfer to a customer account.
yes. Well, that's what I thought I would do, Marcia, for the one that the chronic one we have.
Yeah. Oh, you're muted, Marcia.
The girl that Carrie's got, she doesn't have a job, and her husband works for Goodwill. So she really doesn't have the money. And so I applaud her for at least trying. But maybe we need to work on that. Carrie's just real frustrated. I'm just trying to figure out how to get her back to silver.
Sure.
So.
And, you know, you can always say, I would love to help you get your Slim paid for, you know, because, I mean, even wholesale is $69.99. So you could even say, I would love to show you how to get this paid for. Because if they just got one customer, that would push them over 100 PB. So, I mean, that's a route you can take as well. It's just, I know you love your product.
She can't grasp 100 PV. You think she's going to grasp that? I don't mean to be ugly, but
no, I mean, I understand. It's a case
in
by
this
case,
particular situation
basis.
Yeah,
it's a case by case basis.
Yeah, and she went to Super Saturday. I was really hoping she would figure it out there, but we'll keep working on her.
Yeah.
So, Catherine, if we ask them to resign as ambassadors and then we want to sign them up as customers, do you know how to do that? When we call customer service with that question, it's like they've never heard that question before.
They fill out the cancellation form in the back office. And so those typically take 5 to 7 days to process. And so once corporate processes those, it removes all of their information from the system, and then they can re-sign up new as a customer.
Okay.
And that most likely, not most likely, that will be greatly improved with our new in-house system.
Okay.
It won't take that long. But in order for them right now, in order for their account to become a customer account, they have to be removed from the software completely. Because, you know, if they just go in and become inactive, the software still recognizes their data as an ambassador. And anyway, so email, phone, address, all of that has to be deleted. And usually, I mean, it can be 2 days, but, you know, they say a 5 to 7 day window.
Well, that's helpful.
Yeah.
At first, if I'm not badly mistaken, when I first signed on as an ambassador, if we canceled an ambassador, they automatically went to customer status.
I don't
Maybe
think
it wasn't
Mm-mm.
because I did my son-in-law like that.
I don't know. I think I have always known it to be like if they're ambassador, if they become an inactive ambassador, in order to be a customer, they have to re-enroll as a customer.
Okay, and maybe that was just a fluke kind of thing at that point. But and that was a long time ago, long before several of all these updates.
Yeah.
Well, that's very helpful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Catherine.
You're welcome.
Yes, thanks.
Okay, real thing about the IPA challenge is if you have somebody on your team that you want to share and try to get them on board with the IPA challenge, encourage them to go to Plexus U on the YouTube channel. And if they search for episode 27, Kristen Abart has an entire episode all on IPA challenges. And I can explain it to them if they weren't able to be on the call. Okay? But last but not least is our contest for February. Yay! Okay, so this month we are going to be, since it's the month of love, we're going to be unlocking some love for a certain number of ambassadors that we get, okay? So our goal as a team this month is to get 28 new ambassadors. What? Come on, let me see some happy faces. We already have 2 new ambassadors, so we're already on our way, which is awesome. So kind of just, I'm going to let you know what the contest is, and then tomorrow night on our team page, I'll be posting the contest as well, okay? But once our team hits 5 ambassadors, we're going to unlock a $5 gift card, and I'll be drawing the ambassadors who sign somebody up. I'll be drawing their name, and if your name's drawn, you get to choose between a Starbucks or a Target gift card for $5. Now remember, anytime you enroll a new ambassador, they have to order a welcome pack. My husband just texted me and told me I'm talking really loud from upstairs. Have to order a welcome pack, and they have to have their backup order turned on. Okay, that's how they will qualify for this contest. So those 2 things. Okay, guys. So once 5 new ambassadors enroll, we will unlock a $5 gift card. Once 10 ambassadors enroll, not 10 additional, just 10 total, so 5 and 5, so 5 more, we are going to unlock a $10 gift card to Starbucks or Target. Okay? Once 15 ambassadors enroll, so just 5 more, we are going to get a $15 gift card. And you will also get a free bag of P96, your choice chocolate or vanilla. Okay? Then for 20 new ambassadors, just 5 more, you'll get a bag of P96. You're going to get a Plexus swag surprise. And then you are going to get to choose between one of these 2 books. And if you've already read these, we'll find a new one that you and I are going to read together. Just one-on-one, and have coaching calls one-on-one, and then it's going to be 4 weeks long, and each week I'm going to have a jewel join us to give you coaching advice. It's going to be people that you know and people that you may not know, but they're going to be people to join you just to give you 5 or 10 minutes of nuggets of information to just give you coaching advice, which is kind of awesome, okay? And then the 28 new ambassadors will be Kendra Scott. Okay? And I know lots of you guys like Kendra Scott. So, are you guys excited?
Yes. Yes.
All right. And just remember, and every time you get an ambassador, your name's going to be put in that drawing. So if you get 10 ambassadors, your name will be put in there 10 times. And there's a potential that one person could win all of these prizes. That's pretty cool too. We hope that it'll be shared the love a little bit. But
And you're getting convention credit.
if someone's working their business, yes. See, all good. Does anybody have any questions about the contest? Are y'all excited?
Yay!
Good.
We're trying not to scream because of the screeching and scratching. Sorry.
And apparently I'm being too loud. Brian was like, Bailey can hear you.
Great.
Well, guys, that is it for tonight's call. Does anybody have any questions about anything at all Plexus related?
I have a question about the IPA challenge.
Hmm?
Are you going to be like making a post or something so that, I want Amy and Melissa to see this? 'Cause I know that it'd be really great for them to be a part of it.
Sure.
So that they can know what the rules are.
The best for you to do is to reach out to them and let them know what the rules are. Because my post is going to be pretty generic. It's just going to say, we talked about an IPA on our team chat. Contact your direct upline so they can fill you in on what that entails.
Well, I planned on sending a message to both of them. I just didn't know if there was going to be a place where they can reference it, because I know this will be the first IPA challenge for Melissa.
Yes.
And so I just wanted to make sure that there's something.
Catherine, this
What?
What's
did you
that?
post a video on the page, Catherine?
Yeah, I can.
Okay.
There you go.
Perfect.
Unless Sawyer decides to make his appearance before she goes back up.
Anything is possible. There's a full moon on the 12th. That's what I'm holding out for.
On the 12th?
Yeah. That's when there's a full moon.
I still think he should be born on the 15th.
Could be.
That'd be cool.
Soon, very soon. I'm sitting on his head currently.
Bless his heart.
Well, my daughter was born on February 13th, and she was a week and a half early.
Oh.
And I was in real estate at the time, and I actually had someone, I was showing the house to a midwife who's going to turn it into a birthing center. And the night before I went into labor, she turned to me, she's like, "What are you doing here?" And she felt my tummy. She's like, "You're having that baby tonight." I was like, "You are crazy. I'm still a week and a half out." 4 o'clock that morning, I went to labor.
Wow. That's crazy.
So, Catherine, 4 o'clock tonight, you're going into labor.
I'm ready. The bag's packed.
That's so fun. Does anybody else have any other questions? Sarah, that was a good question.
That's it.
Well, guys, I'm excited. Be sure that you connect with your downlines and fill them in on the call. And then we'll post this in the next day or two. Catherine will post it, and I'll post the contest rules and regulations tomorrow night.
All right.